Hi everyone, welcome to Samantha Clift Pilates. I'm Sam, and today I'm going to be going through a gentle sequence for when you're feeling a little bit anxious or a little bit stressed with everything that's going on with the world at the moment, with all the media coverage and everyone feeling a little bit more on red alert than they would be normally. This is for you just to give yourself a little bit of time out, away from social media, away from the kind of the news and the media, and just to kind of bring yourself back down into a level of calm and mindfulness. I myself suffer from anxiety generally, but I use these techniques to really help with that, to keep it at a more manageable level. So if you're feeling a bit anxious and stressed at the moment, then this video is for you. Let's get started. So we're going to start by sitting down on the mat and just thinking about kind of being mindful and getting into our physical body. And the mind is racing, it's going all over the place, so this is about kind of bringing those thoughts down. You're not going to be able to stop them, that's completely normal. They'll come in and they'll go. So what we're just going to do is try and focus the mind on something else, something a little bit more physical, and it just helps to push those thoughts, those anxious feelings, those stressful moments to the side. Coming into a comfortable position, if your legs are forward, if you need to come up onto your knees, if you want to put your knees to the side, whatever feels comfortable to you. But we're just going to bring our thoughts into the physical body and just be mindful and, without judgment, without really analysing it too much, just how your body feels right now. We're going to be sitting up tall. So imagine you've got that thread coming out of the top of your head, just pulling yourself up a little bit, lifting yourself up from that kind of slumping position, sitting up tall, shoulders down, bringing them round, and imagine that you're just squeezing a pencil between your shoulder blades, opening out the chest, and this gives you a little bit of area to breathe. If you're, slumped in this position all the time, it's really difficult to catch a breath, and you might find that you're doing that kind of shallow breathing. And it's been, proven that actual big belly breaths, if you watch children, it brings down levels of stress and anxiety. So breathing is just so important. So creating that open space just adds to that and helps massively. So shoulders down, sitting up tall. You might feel a little bit of kind of vibration, a bit of buzzing if you're not used to sitting in this position, but it will get easier. But it's nice to bring that awareness to the body anyway. Even if it feels a bit strange, you're bringing that focus back to the physical body. You can place the hands on the knees or wherever feels comfortable. And we're going to start just doing some breathing exercises. So if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. And just thinking about your posture, keeping those shoulders down. So we're going to take some deep breaths in now. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And again, keeping that going. And if it helps to focus on counting your breaths, then you can do that, breathing in for 1, breathing out for 2, in for 3, and so on. Just thinking about what your body is doing right now. As you're breathing in, you feel your belly filling up with air. Possibly feeling your body lifting slightly, breathing out, everything relaxing, breathing in and breathing out. This really helps me to zone out if I'm feeling a little bit scared or a little bit panicky, just focusing on your breathing and breathing out. So we're going to do 2 more of those, in through the nose and out through the mouth. 1 more. Out Okay, just allowing your breathing to come back into that kind of normal rhythm now. Opening your eyes, and then we're going to slowly take the head to the side and coming back. So you might find with that breathing exercise you do feel a little bit more relaxed. Maybe a little bit spaced out, especially when you close your eyes. But that's all good. Just a moment of calm. Head to the side. Brilliant. Back to the centre. I'm going to roll the shoulders up around the ears. Again, just making sure that you're breathing in through the nose. Out through the mouth if you want to, in through the nose. If you do have a bit of a cold, then out through the mouth is absolutely fine. Just rounding those shoulders and then reversing. Coming forward, getting a little bit of movement into those shoulders. You might find that they're clicking and popping. That's absolutely fine. Brilliant. Okay, now we're going to sweep down towards the belly and looking up. So just aiming to stretch the back of the neck and to the other side. So keeping that movement. Just thinking about the physical body, thinking about if there's any sticking, any clicking, any tightness, and if there is, you can just work in that position, nodding your head a little bit up and down, just to stretch that muscle a little bit more. And now we're going to do small circles. So imagine this time we're going to be drawing a circle with your nose, so small circles to begin with. And we're going to be making them slightly bigger. So there's a little bit of a different articulation through your neck. And again, if you feel that there's any sticking, you can work into that area, just nodding the head. Really does release that muscle a little bit. And making the circles a little bit bigger, just watching those shoulders. Imagine pinching that pencil between your shoulder blades. Brilliant, really making them a lot bigger now. So down towards the belly button, just keeping those shoulders still, so it's just the neck. And now we're going to reverse those. And again, with this full circle, you might feel there's a bit, I've got a bit of catching in the trapezius at the back. You can feel that really pushing against the shoulder blade. So just nodding the head in that position, it's really lovely. And again, this side, there's a little bit of sticking. So keeping that going. Brilliant. Now we're going to make those circles a little bit smaller. So coming back in. So this side we've started off big and we're drawing that circle with the nose. It's coming back into a smaller circle. I hear the children upstairs. See, this is when it's really great to zone out. Doesn't lift your blood pressure, doesn't make you feel anxious, just accepting noises for what they are. You tend to find with life, whatever's going on, there's always these things that possibly could irritate you maybe, but it's more about how you react to them. That's what you're in control of. So I'm going to just stretch the arms again, rolling the shoulders. And now we're going to place one hand down, both hands down should I say, reaching up and then stretching over, so stretching out the whole of the side body, just watching that neck and create nice length all the way down through the side body, back to the centre, to the other side, arm up, reaching Nice few deep breaths into that stretch. Okay, back to the centre. I'm going to take the hands behind the head now, so interlocking the fingers and placing the thumbs down the side of the neck, so you're cradling your head a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to just dip the head and we're going to bring the elbows in together, touching the elbows if you can, lifting up, opening out the elbows and looking up towards the ceiling, so stretching through the chest, really lovely stretch. And we feel that through the abs as well. And then slowly coming back down, elbows down, touching, stretching the back of the neck, so resting the head, the hands on the head, headache stretch. And then we're going to do the same again, drawing up, elbows back and stretching, looking up towards the ceiling. Really nice for the whole of the upper body. Okay, we're going to do that one more time, just here. Using the weight of the hands to push down on your head, not too hard, just the weights, headache stretch, elbows together, drawing them up, elbows back, reaching up. That should feel really good stretch. And back to the centre, moving those shoulders a little bit. Okay, we're going to come onto all fours now. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and going into cat-cow. If you've got any stiffness through the back, I know that I tend to hold tension through the lower back, so I'm working to articulate those muscles. So we're going to start in the cat, so we're going to tuck the head, tuck the bottom, and arch the back as much as you can. And then into the reverse, so the cow, dipping the back, bottom out, head forward. So you're going to feel that real stretch through the abs and through your lower back. You're mobilising, so keeping that moving, keeping breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Brilliant, keeping that going. Rolling up. And down into the cow, forward, bottom out. Really lovely stretch, this one. One more each way into the cat. The cow. Okay, starting to warm up through the abs a little bit now, so taking one leg back, second leg back, knee down, so great for the abs. Just thinking about your body, no judgment at all, but just thinking about how the muscles are kind of really firing up and getting them working. Just with this one, you're going to feel that heat through the shoulders, making sure you're not lifting your bottom. So in that full plank position, the knees should just slide into place, no effort at all. Back, back, down, down. Brilliant, feeling that heat through the arms. We're going to do two more. Back, back, down, down. Last one. And we're going to push back into child's pose. First of all, keeping the knees parallel. We're going to reach forward, stretching through the shoulders, head down. And then we're going to bring the knees out to the same width as the mat, toes together, and then sinking your chest down for a really nice shoulder stretch. So active arms at this point, head down, stretching through the shoulders, and then just relaxing those forearms down to the mat, and you're going to feel a little bit more of a stretch, pushing the lower back into your feet, and stretch through the lower back. And then we're going to push back into downward dog, so knees together, tucking the toes under and lifting. Okay, so we're going to pedal the feet here, getting that stretch down through the calves and hamstrings, keeping the knees bent. No need to straighten the legs if you don't need to or don't want to. You can bend the knees as well, a bit more of a stretch through the shoulders, and then pedaling the knees. You might find that this is just lengthening the hamstrings, and you might find that your heels go a little bit closer to the mat. But please don't push yourself to do that. It's really not important. It's more about getting that stretch through your back, and just focusing on what you're doing. Brilliant. Knees down, and we're going to roll onto our side into the torpedo, that position. So you're going to be resting your head on your arm, fingertips in front of you, lifting both legs, top leg lifts, back together and down. So this works the whole of the core, lifting, back down and to the mat. If you want a little bit more balance, we can take the hand up to your hip, lifting, just making sure you're not pushing down with this arm. So if you wobble all over the place, that's absolutely fine. Muscles are really locking to try and keep you balanced. Working through your hips, definitely feel that through the waist, the whole of the core. Everything's firing with this one. Down, lifting, top leg lifts, back together and down. Top leg lifts, back together and down. Brilliant. Keeping going if you can. Get the hand up to the hip. If whatever feels more comfortable, it's just about keeping that shoulder down away from the ears, not letting them creep up, and also just keeping certain areas of the body relaxed while you're targeting others. So this arm is nice and relaxed down on the mat. You're not clenching your fist. Really just thinking about your lower body, thinking about your breathing, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Brilliant. 2 more. Make sure you're relaxing down in between each one. So feet down, lifting. Brilliant. Okay. Bringing those knees in, pat into the bottom, down into your thigh. And staying on this side, we're just going to come up onto the elbow and into the twist. Really good spine rotation, just keeping it really low key, not going up into that full level. So onto the knees, okay, onto the forearm. We're going to lift that hip. We're creating a bit of a curve through the hip if we can, taking the arm up, and then we're going to twist. So taking the arm through, really nice spine rotation. Twist. Brilliant. So we're going to do 5. This one. I think this is number 5. Brilliant. And then down. Just releasing that shoulder. Coming onto the other side. Into the torpedo. So lining yourself up with the side of the mat, relaxing your head down onto your arm. Fingertips in front of you to begin with. And lifting both legs. Top leg lifts, back together and down. If you can, take the hand up to the hip, just relaxing that arm, lifting and down. Brilliant. Just thinking about your breathing, keeping those abs pulled in, lifting and relaxing those legs down in between each one. Definitely going to feel that through your waist. Really good for that kind of corset effect. If you want to tone up your stomach muscles, then it's really important to bring in the side and the back as well, creating that corset effect. It just tightens everything around, creates that strong core, which is what it's all about, really, preventing injury in the future, protecting your back, lifting. Brilliant, doing really well. 3 more. Last one. Fantastic, just bringing those knees in, pressing to the bottom, down into the leg. You can also stretch the leg if you want to, taking it back And taking it back here, you can stretch through the quads, which is really quite nice. And then up onto the forearm with knees bent into the twist. So lifting that hip as high as you can, creating a curve, abs pulled in, arm up, and then we're going to be reaching through. So again, doing 5, watching that hand, 2, working the obliques as well, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. And down into the mermaid stretch. I didn't do that the other side, so we'll do it now. Taking the arm across, stretching there. And we're going to swing those legs around to the other side, making sure that we're stretching. So we're stretching towards the feet, meant to look like a mermaid. Brilliant. Okay, we're going to roll onto our back now and just start to warm up through the abs a little bit. So hands flat on the floor, feet down, just watching the back, so neutral spine, not able to fit the whole arm under your back and not pushing it into the mat. So just a couple of fingers under the lower section of your back, so taking into account that natural curve of the spine. Ponytail's in the way again. We're going to be warming up the abs, so breathing in, out as you lift, so the hands just hover in at the top, hands come back, so starting to really work those abs. Hands down and head and shoulders to the mat, breathing in, out as you lift, in as the arms come over, out as the hands come back, head and shoulders to the mat. If you do have neck and shoulder issues and it's really hurting your neck, you can cradle your head, so interlocking the fingers behind your head, thumbs down on the side of the neck, and give yourself a little bit of a massage here as well. And we hold, okay, curling up just a little bit, breathing in at the top and breathing out as you come down, breathing in, out as you lift, in at the top, out as you come down. So completely up to you if you want to bring the arms in as well. So really warming up the abs, lifting, arms back and down, breathing in, out as you lift, in at the top, out as you come down. Just watching your neck, you've got that fist gap between your chin and chest. As you take the arms back, we can do 3 more. Hitting the plant, lifting, last one, and down, and full body stretch, arms above your head, legs out straight, just letting everything relax. And then coming into crisscross, so working through the obliques. This time everybody taking the hands behind your head, interlocking the fingers, thumbs down, so we're going to be breathing in, so lifting and twisting. So you're engaging those abs before you twist to the side, starting to bring in the obliques. You can also lift your legs into a double leg lift just to work the lower abs a little bit more. And down, breathing in at the bottom, out as you lift and twist, and at the top, out as you come down. And you can also bring the legs in, elbow to knee, back down to the mat. Just watching that neck again, you've got that gap between your chin and chest. Lifting, elbow to knee, back down. Breathing out, breathing in. So with these kind of higher levels, it might be best if you work in sets. You can also not take that gap in between, so breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. So keeping that going, whatever level you're doing, keeping going. Breathing in, watching the breathing, making sure you are. Keep going. And then when you feel that burn through your abs, just coming down, legs down, and full body stretch, arms above your head, legs out straight, letting everything relax. Well done. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, just letting everything relax. Okay, coming up into sitting, a little bit of fun now. This is great for your back. It's called rolling like a ball. So you're going to stretch all the way down through your spine. So a few different levels with this one. You're just watching, listening to your body, making sure you don't overdo it. So level 1, we're going to put the feet flat on the floor, making sure you've got that nice stable base, not squeezing the toes. You could give yourself cramp in your calves. Placing your hands down by your side, looking towards the belly button. Okay, so creating a nice curve through your back, and then we're going to roll back onto the arms and then roll up again. Okay, so always looking down towards your belly button. If you flatten your back, this is what happens. Okay, so just making sure that you're creating that nice curve, rolling back, rolling up. Really nice one to do as well. Always makes me smile. Okay, next level, you can place the hands on the knees, and we're going to do the same again, looking towards the belly button, creating that nice curve through your shoulders, looking down, rolling back and rolling up, feet down. So keeping that going, so getting that massage through your back and starting to engage the abs as well. Okay, and the top level, if you want to work the abs a little bit more, we roll back. As we roll up, we lock. Okay, so really squeezing those abs, letting those feet hover. Okay, feet down, ready to roll again. Making sure that you're giving yourself enough room behind your head. You don't want to have any head injuries. Okay, rolling back and rolling up. The other thing to watch, I'm on a wooden floor. This is actually a yoga mat, so it's not as thick as a Pilates mat. So just watching where you are rolling, because you can tend to bruise your spine a little bit, which is really not good. So just being mindful of that. You don't want to do yourself any damage, okay? If you can get a really thick Pilates mat, then that will be great. Carpet's always good, but you're gonna have that kind of padding underneath. Hopefully you've got a mat or something that you can use. So keeping that going, looking towards the belly button. Brilliant. Fantastic. You stretch the spine just a little bit. So sitting up tall now and reaching forward, not aiming to touch the toes, but reaching beyond. If you need to bend the knees, please do. If you can straighten them, then please do that as well. Whatever you feel that you want to do. We're primarily targeting our lower back with this one. If you want to bend the knees and you can get a little bit more of a stretch, collapsing down onto the legs a little bit, stretching all the way up through your spine. This is quite a nice one to do. Feel that stretch through the shoulders. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. And slowly coming back. Okay, so coming back into seated position. Just to finish with a little bit of appreciation, I suppose, for the body. Just stretching a little bit through the arms and shoulders, reaching up through the abs as well. Taking those hands together, stretching up through the side body. I know my arms have disappeared off screen. Okay. So taking the hands behind now, interlocking the fingers, opening out your chest. And then reaching forward, interlocking the fingers and hugging that imaginary ball, stretching through your upper back body. Brilliant, taking the hands down by your side, just taking the neck to the side again, getting that stretch down through the abs. And back to the centre, just taking the shoulders up and reversing. Still sitting up nice and tall. Thank you everybody, well done for that. I hope you're feeling a little bit calmer and enjoyed that little bit of time out just for yourself, a bit of me time, a bit of mindfulness just to focus on the physical body and how it's feeling. It's really important that you do take care of yourself in times like this, and then you are of service to others. So please take care, stay safe, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.